it just seems that England has the ball all the time, but
You know
we clearly scooted that in our favor.
that's okay because we're playing far more direct and far quicker than they are.
Yes, yes,
We
yes,
we
yes,
had
yes.
the best chances out of that half. We made their
Woo!
a lot more.
We made him work, dude. We absolutely made him work, man.
Weston McKennie
Um,
is playing out of his skin.
say what? Say again?
Weston McKennie is playing out of his skin.
Oh my god, dude! It's dude.
Although he
Oh my
did
god.
miss that one wide open shot. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
But he's playing a fantastic game.
He is. He really, really is, man. Holy moly, moly. Valentino says, I agree with you on Reyna. He's an incredible talent, and I'd like to see him come on and have an impact. So would I. So would I.
What I would do is see how the first 15 minutes are going. I bring him on about the 55th, 60th minute.
Okay. So 50.
Who? I think you probably bring him on for Yunus Musa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let McKennie drop back a little bit further. Or, McKennie's on that yellow card. Maybe you take out McKennie. It's a tough choice.
Wait, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Well,
I mean,
is Musa banged up? Because it looked like he might have hurt himself, but you never know, right?
I didn't see it. I mean, they got to get in there and assess. If I was king for a day, I'm taking out Haji Wright and putting way up top and way down the wing and Ray down the wing. But I'm not. So knowing Berhalter, I can see Brendan Aronson coming into this game too.
Yeah, yeah.
But I see Reyna probably coming on first.
Okay, so Reyna and then Aronson.
Absolutely. Aronson, okay. I can see the second half, especially at the beginning, kind of calming the game down. Because right now it's very fast-paced.
Yeah, it's frenetic. It's very frenetic.
A little bit. For that, you bring on Gio Reyna, who's more of a creative player. More things on the ball. Then, if we get to around the 70th minute, once you want to really put pressure back on and speed it back up, then you bring in Aronson.
Yes. Bingo. Yep. And at that point, England hopefully will be back on its heels. Yager Juarez says Shaw and Mount have terrible no intensity from England. That's what I've noticed. Mount seems to be around the ball. Say again.
I think we caught him off guard. I think
we did too.
Drop back.
I think we're a lot faster than I think we have more team speed than they were ready for. That's what I think.
Killing them, especially down the right flank.
Woo!
Just like I told you, Tim Weah and Serginho Dest are running up and down on Luke Shaw.
And Dest, honestly, I think Dest might be the fastest player on the field.
He's very fast.
I think he might be. Oh my God, we had so many opportunities, man. All we got to do is keep putting the pressure on. Yes. And oh my God. And this will be unbelievable. The defense
has to keep as organized as they've been. They've been very, very, very good.
Yes.
And we've had a lot of good effort defensively. That needs to continue. I can probably see Serginho Dest being subbed out just to get fresh legs in there. Sometime around the 60th minute also.
Okay. All right. So around the 60th minute, that's when we're really going to start seeing the substitutions. Gus says England. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'll say that's when we should start seeing them.
Okay. All right.
If Berhalter does as bad a job as he did last game, then we'll probably start seeing around the 75th.
Oh my God. Yeah, when it's 2-0 England, right? Gus says England's fullbacks are much slower than USA wingers. Yes. And England's fullbacks are larger in stature than our strikers. You understand what I mean? I had no idea that Harry Kane is a big dude. I didn't realize how physically large he was until actually seeing this game. He is he is imposing.
Something I did notice: Walker Zimmerman and Tim Ream on our back line are doing a very good job.
Yes.
When Harry Kane drops back into the midfield to try to get the ball, they're not following Harry Kane, which is a good thing.
Okay.
If they follow him up, they open up space for their wingers to come in. So they're doing a very good job staying home and not following him. That's a hard thing to do.
Right. That's mental discipline not to do what your instincts are telling you to do. Follow their striker. Now, why would following Kane around in and around the box? Why would that lead to trouble if they decided to follow him?
Not in and around the goal. I'm saying when they're say at the top of the box where the semicircle is.
Yep, gotcha, got it.
Kane goes further away from the goal to try to get the ball because we are clogging up the midfield. So he drops back to try to get the ball.
So our defenders are not following him out there; they're staying at home.
exactly.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
If
Okay.
they're following him out, they're opening up space for their wingers to cut it.
Yager, I'll call him JJ, says the team shape for USA has been excellent, to be honest. England needs to be brave with their passes to split lines between the US midfield and defense. I agree. Easier said than done because we're doing a very good job clogging up the middle. NJ Kell says, I'm sorry, go ahead.
One gripe I do have about the defense, which is not necessarily a bad thing, it's just the way they're playing. Mm-hmm. They're dropping back very, very far. If you notice, we haven't caught England offside one time.
Oh,
they're not playing the offside trap at all. They're just dropping back, giving them space, and then pushing up when they.
I wonder why.
Because we're playing further back. We got to be playing at level with their striker.
Why aren't we playing level with their strikers? Is it because we're giving them that respect, or?
Well, their strikers and their wingers are much faster than our center backs. That's probably why.
There we go. It's the mismatch. So that's probably
if they catch us, they caught us, and we're done.
Yeah, feast or famine, man. Desta's good with both feet.
Yes, he is.
Gus says Sterling is just as fast as Dest. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Sterling is just as fast as Dest, but Dest
other than Gio Reyna, Serginho Dest is probably the best player we have with the ball at his feet.
Yep. Now that I agree with. That I agree with. Let's see. JC Torres says they got the speed and the players just more control. Absolutely. DJ Ride says England only just getting started. Okay.
We'll see. Hopefully,
NJ Kell says U.S. staying in shape and compact. What does he mean when he says we're staying in shape and compact? Is that what you were talking about? They're maintaining, the defensive integrity instead of getting all wild.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when we're clogging up the midfield. So the line of confrontation was set at 75%, like I mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
that's high up the field. Like right when England is at their box, we let them play, and then once they would come out, we would confront them. The compactness refers to the distance between our strikers, that line of confrontation, and the back line.
Oh, that makes sense.
That makes it very, very hard for England to find space. That's how we're clogging up the midfield.
Oh, that makes sense. That's very good strategically, because something tells me England. You can tell England is very. They're much more comfortable with the ball in space than in close quarters. The Americans, we don't have a problem with mixing it up in close quarters. I don't think that doesn't appear to be a problem. That doesn't appear to be a problem for us so far. Gus says if the USA finds a way to shoot more from outside the box, it'll make England's defense push up and pressure, so it'll be much easier for the through balls. That's a very good point. You notice even when Pulisic is outside, the guys are outside. We're very hesitant to squeeze the trigger outside of the box because we want the open look, whatever the case may be. But wouldn't it be good to maybe just send one in, even though maybe get a deflection or a rebound?
Or a rebound. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. The only player I saw shoot from outside the box was Yunus Musa. He took a shot.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Okay.
Also shot from the very top of the box.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, we don't really have a player that can just fire the ball in there from outside the box.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. Jermaine Jones back in 2014 was a player that never really shot from outside the box. He took one shot against Portugal. Boom. He banged it in.
Yep, went in. Right.
It's worth a shot, like you said. If nothing else, you maybe can get a rebound or a deflection.
Okay, very good. All right. So what does, other than being more aggressive, what does the United States need to do? If you're Berhalter, what is your strategy in the second half to maybe try to generate not more offense? I think we did that very well in the second half of the first half. Is Neymar out?
Yeah, he's out. For the next game.
Oh, that ankle looks fat. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Neymar's definitely hurt.
Yeah.
Dude, they better put that thing in an ice chamber. So what do you think the strategy should be for the US to continue putting the pressure on England, maybe even get a goal, possibly too?
Well, we got to keep the pressure up. We got to keep the mentality, I think, is everything. The mentality, and Greg needs to not give them too much instructions. Keep it simple.
Okay, got it. Don't outplay the room.
We had it in the first half, and you got to. Berhalter now has to adjust to whatever Southgate does. That's going to, because England has to adjust.
Yes.
They're going to have to come out and play faster, maybe push more forward, maybe even a change in formation. So how we react to that is going to be key. But the mentality has to stay there. That first half proved we can play with England.
That's right. That's exactly right.
We can take it to them. There's no reason why we cannot win this game.
Now, the first The first half, I would say 15, 20 minutes, it was very odd. Why am I getting an echo? Sorry about that. It was very it was very obvious that England was the better team, and I was like, "Oh my god, like England looks way better." And that little the little 3 and 4 fullback foosball keep away stuff.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of that? Because I thought it was maybe they're trying to lull us to sleep and maybe get us frustrated. All right, come on, we pursue. Then they kick the ball over and behind us. Next thing you know, the ball's in the back of the net. What do you think? What do you think about that?
If they were Spain, I would say maybe they're trying to lull us to sleep. But the reason they're doing this is because they can't find space through.
Okay.
They don't just want to take the long ball. See, like I said, our line of confrontation at 75% has stayed extremely disciplined. That's a
good.
We're not out there going to chase them when they're doing that.
Yeah.
We're waiting for them to come to us. And when they come to us, we hit them hard.
And it's funny because when you see one of the forwards or strikers take just a half step in their direction, you can see them ready to just chip the ball over. But just like you said, we never take the bait. A couple more comments.
Those first 20 minutes, they were both teams were kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah, of course.
And England's talent showed through at that time.
Yes, it did.
You could tell they were planning it out. At 20 minutes or at 25 minutes, they decided to start going direct to goal.
Okay, very good. So you could see a clear difference. The first 25 minutes, we're just kind of seeing where they're at, seeing what's what. And then at the 25-minute mark, we said, okay, now it's time to push them a little bit.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay,
and one place I really noticed that was when our goalkeeper, when Matt Turner had the ball, the first 20 minutes, he would kick it short to our center backs.
Right.
Kind of play around with it and trying to find space through. After 25 minutes, he started booting it long.
Okay.
Somebody, 1-2 passes were through.
Going to the goal.
Yep.
All right, very good. Wait, hold on. I'll be right back. Hang on. Stay put.
Yep, you're good. Hang on. All good. I'll continue to lull the audience with my my dulcet tones here. Let's see. Jay says, keep the ball and be more aggressive. Yeah. I don't necessarily think that the U.S. need to dominate possession as long as they keep playing direct and as long as England's not doing much with the possession that they do have. I think England hasn't been very effective in getting chances out of all the possession they have. I think they've gotten around 60%, and they haven't been very effective with it. I can't control the chat, so I'm not seeing the comments that are there. But yeah, I do agree with that. We've been plenty aggressive. Sorry, I'm just commenting on Jason.
I'm with you.
We've been plenty aggressive, and I was mentioning we don't necessarily need to keep more possession as long as we continue to be very direct with our possession, and as long as England remains ineffective with their possession.
Got it. Okay, very good. So in other words, we need to take a instead of a machine gun approach, a sniper rifle approach.
Absolutely.
Last thoughts on Gio, man. Do we see looks like they're okay, guys, the second half is about to be underway. We will see you after the game.
Just real quick, look for Gio to come in around minute 60. If he's not in
60. Okay, minute 60 for Gio Reyna. Very good. All right, Miami J, I'll talk to you in just over 45 minutes, my friend.
And I'll see you then.
All right. Okay, so we are preparing for the second half of U.S.A.